God put Abraham to a divine test. He called out to him, voicing his name, Abraham. Abraham, with resolved faith, readily responded, "Here I am," his tone echoing his unwavering obedience. In a soft but firm voice, God then gave Abraham an unimaginable task. He said, "I want you to do something for me. Take your beloved son, your cherished child, Isaac. Take him on a journey to the far-off and unfamiliar territory of Moriah, a land filled with mysteries and uncertainties." Tears welled up in Abraham's eyes as God continued, "Once you reach there, I want you to make an offering, a sacred offering. Present him as a burnt sacrifice on one of the mountains, a mountain that I will personally reveal to you when the time is right." Early the next morning, Abraham, the patriarch, stirred from his slumber and began to prepare for the day's journey. He roused his loyal donkey from its peaceful sleep, loading it up with carefully selected supplies for the venture. Accompanying him were two of his most trusted and capable servants, men dedicated to his cause and his faith. His beloved son, Isaac, with his heart full of youthful curiosity and innocence, also part of this significant expedition. Abraham had a task to perform, a task dictated by a divine command. He spent hours chopping and gathering wood, ensuring he had enough for the burnt offering. His hands ached and his brow was slick with sweat, but he did not falter. This was a sacred duty, and he did not dare to shirk. The anticipation hung heavy in thee as he made ready to depart for the place of God's choosing. Days turned into nights and then back into days as they moved closer and closer to their destination. The journey was long and arduous, testing their resolve and faith. Yet they persevered, led by Abraham's unwavering faith. On the third day, a sense of anticipation hung in the air as Abraham, with a heart full of hope and fear, looked up and saw their destination looming in the distance. Gently, he turned to his servants, his voice echoing in the still morning air. "Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there," he instructed with a sense of solemnity, his eyes reflecting the gravity of their mission. He added, "We will worship and then we will come back to you." Abraham shouldered the wood intended for the burnt offering, loading it onto his son Isaac. He himself bore the weight of the fire and the gleaming knife. As Abraham and Isaac, bound by faith and blood, trudged along their divinely ordained path, silence was broken by Isaac's innocent query. It was a poignant moment. The wind held its breath, and earth beneath their feet quivered. In a voice tinged with curiosity and hesitation, Isaac addressed his father. "Father?" he asked, his words echoing against the empty expanse. Abraham, his heart laced with an inexplicable ache, responded, "Yes, my son?" His voice was a whisper against the vast silence that surrounded them. Isaac, a hint of confusion in his young eyes, spoke. "The fire and wood are here," he said, his gaze drifting to the materials his father carried. "But where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" The question hung in the air between them, a testament to Isaac's innocence and silent torment. Abraham, his faith unwavering despite the whirlwind of emotions within, replied, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." His voice was steady, a rock amidst a raging sea of uncertainty. And two of them, father and son, soldiered on, bound by faith, love, and the promise of divine providence. When they reached the specific location that God had guided him to, Abraham, full of reverence and unquestioning obedience, started building an altar. Choosing flat stones, he meticulously stacked them one atop the other, creating a holy space for his unimaginable task. He then began arranging the wood on the newly built altar, each piece placed with a sense of solemn purpose. His actions were deliberate, each movement filled with a profound sense of destiny. Next came the most agonizing part. Abraham gently bound his son Isaac, his only child, the embodiment of all his hopes and dreams. With a heavy heart, he placed Isaac on the altar, on top of the meticulously arranged wood, his hands trembling slightly, his heart pounding in his chest. Then, with a deep breath that echoed the heavy silence, he reached out his hand, gripping the knife firmly, his fingers wrapped around its handle, prepared to undertake the unthinkable act of slaying his own son. However, at that critical moment, the angel of the Lord made his divine intervention. His voice rang out from the heavens, a thunderous call, "Abraham, Abraham." It echoed through the still landscape, reverberating off the stones. "Here I am," Abraham responded, his voice barely a whisper against the monumental proclamation. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," Angel commanded. "Do not harm him. It is clear now that your fear of God is true, for you did not withhold your son, your only son, from me." In his relief, Abraham looked up and spotted a ram in a nearby thicket, its horns caught in the dense undergrowth. He hurried over, retrieved the ram, and offered it in sacrifice instead of his son. Hence, Abraham christened that place "The Lord will provide." And to this day it is said, "On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided." The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time and said, "I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because of the profound faith you have displayed, because of your willingness to act in accordance with my commands, even when they challenged your deepest love and your most fervent desires, I will bestow upon you an unfathomable blessing. You, Abraham, have shown an unwavering dedication to my word, and for that your rewards will be boundless. Imagine, if you will, a night sky filled with countless stars, each one twinkling a unique tale of its own. Your descendants will be as numerous as these celestial bodies, each carrying forward your legacy. And think of the vastness of a beach, where each grain of sand is a testament to the infinite wonders of the ocean. Your lineage will be as countless, as abundant as these grains of sand. They will not be weak or powerless. They will take possession of cities of their adversaries. Their strength will be legendary, their influence unshakable. They will conquer, they will rule, and they will lead their enemies to respect and fear them. Yet they will also inspire, uplift, and bless. Through your progeny, Abraham, all nations on earth will experience blessings. The world will be shaped and molded by their actions, by their words, and by their profound faith in me. This extraordinary future awaits them, because you have obeyed me. After the long and grueling test was over, Abraham then found his way back to his loyal servants. A sense of relief washed over him, the tension in his shoulders faded, and his heart paced at a normal rate once again. A warm, comforting silence filled the air, broken only by the soft rustling of the wind. There was a collective sigh of relief as Abraham's familiar figure appeared on the horizon. His servants, waiting anxiously for his return, welcomed him back with open arms. Together, they then commenced their journey towards Beersheba, a place Abraham was beginning to call home. As the sun set, painting the sky with hues of orange and red, they shared stories and laughter, forging stronger bonds under the starlit canopy of the desert night. The journey, though long and arduous, was filled with a sense of camaraderie that was palpable. They moved together as one, each step in sync with the rhythm of their heartbeats. Once they reached Beersheba, Abraham decided to stay. He felt an inexplicable bond with this place. Perhaps it was the way the sun kissed the sand dunes, or the way the palm trees swayed to the rhythm of the desert winds. Beersheba was more than just a place to him. It was a feeling, a memory, a piece of his soul. And so, Abraham stayed in Beersheba, his heart filled with a sense of peace and contentment that he hadn't felt in a long time.